Nestled deep within the dense Cambodian jungle, the towering spires of Angkor Wat rise like silent sentinels of a forgotten era. Sunlight pierces through the canopy, illuminating intricate carvings that have withstood centuries of weather and neglect, yet their true purpose remains elusive. How could an ancient civilization, without modern machinery, move and perfectly align massive stone blocks weighing several tons each? The temples seem almost impossibly precise, as if guided by knowledge lost to time. Legends whisper of divine architects, celestial guidance, and sacred rituals that infuse these stones with power. Yet modern science struggles to reconcile the sheer scale, complexity, and astronomical alignments of the structures with the tools and methods historically available to the Khmer Empire. Every corner of Angkor Wat tells a story, but not all are written in history books. Shadows of mystery linger in hidden corridors and faded bas-reliefs, hinting at secrets that defy explanation. This journey will explore the striking contrast between what we can measure and analyze and what remains intangible, steeped in myth. From architectural feats to lost knowledge, each layer of Angkor Wat offers a glimpse into a civilization that might have understood the world in ways we are only beginning to comprehend. The true story of these temples is as much about the unknown as it is about what we think we know. Long before Angkor Wat became the world-renowned symbol of Cambodia, the Khmer Empire was rising from the lush plains of the Mekong River. At its peak between the 9th and 15th centuries, this civilization stretched across Southeast Asia, dominating trade, politics, and culture. The empire's power was reflected in its monumental architecture, most famously the temples at Angkor, which were constructed not just as places of worship, but as cosmic representations of the universe itself. Historical records describe kings who commissioned grand temple complexes to honor Hindu and later Buddhist deities, blending spiritual devotion with political ambition. Scholars suggest that these constructions were carefully planned, symbolizing the divine mandate of the rulers, and serving as centers of both religion and governance. Yet there are inconsistencies in the records that spark questions. How could such enormous structures arise in a relatively short span of time with the manpower and technology that the historical accounts describe? Archaeology and anthropology have provided glimpses into the society that built Angkor, uncovering evidence of advanced water management, sophisticated city planning, and a highly organized labor system. Yet gaps remain. Some scholars propose that certain knowledge, mathematical, astronomical, or architectural, was either lost or deliberately hidden from outsiders. Folklore offers alternative explanations, suggesting that celestial beings or hidden societies guided the construction, endowing the empire with skills far beyond ordinary human capability. The origins of Angkor Wat lie at the intersection of fact and myth, science and legend. Understanding the Khmer Empire's rise and the motivations behind their monumental projects is crucial to unraveling the mysteries of the temples. These origins set the stage for a civilization that, despite leaving behind immense stone structures, left no detailed records of how such extraordinary achievements were accomplished. The temples stand as both historical evidence and enigma, a testament to a people whose knowledge may have surpassed even modern understanding. Every stone and carving hints at stories lost to time, inviting exploration into the depths of history, legend, and possibly forgotten science. The more we uncover about the Khmer Empire's beginnings, the more Angkor Wat challenges our perception of what ancient civilizations were capable of. It becomes clear that to understand the temples, we must navigate a delicate balance between documented history and the whispering legends that surround them. Angkor Wat is not merely a temple, it is a marvel of architectural precision that continues to baffle historians, engineers, and archaeologists. From its soaring central towers to the perfectly aligned galleries, every element reflects meticulous planning that seems almost supernatural. The entire complex is oriented to the west, a feature unusual for Hindu temples, sparking debates about hidden symbolism and esoteric knowledge. The alignment with solstices and celestial events suggests the Khmer architects understood astronomy far beyond what contemporary science attributes to them. The massive sandstone blocks used to build Angkor Wat weigh up to several tons each, yet no records explain how they were transported from distant quarries, some over 50 kilometers away. Modern engineers marvel at the precision of stone cutting, where blocks fit so tightly together that even a knife blade cannot penetrate the seams. Carvings cover every surface, depicting intricate scenes of mythology, history, and daily life, each telling a story that spans thousands of years. Some scholars argue that the sophistication of these carvings implies specialized techniques or tools that are now lost to history. Angkor Wat's design is also a masterpiece of hydrology and urban planning. The temple complex sits atop an artificial mound, surrounded by a vast moat that helps manage seasonal flooding. The Khmer engineers integrated canals, reservoirs, and irrigation systems into their city layouts, reflecting not just religious devotion but advanced understanding of water management and environmental adaptation. Despite centuries of neglect and natural wear, the temple's foundations remain remarkably stable, hinting at construction methods that modern scientists are still attempting to replicate. Yet even with these explanations, questions persist. How did the builders achieve perfect symmetry across such a sprawling site without modern surveying instruments? How were the enormous stone blocks lifted and positioned with such exactitude? Some fringe theories suggest lost technologies, while others point to celestial guidance or mystical intervention. Legends tell of divine architects shaping stones with magical precision, reinforcing the idea that Angkor Wat was more than human creation, it was a bridge between the earthly and the divine. Every corridor, tower, and wall of Angkor Wat is a testament to human ingenuity and the possibility of knowledge that has since vanished. The interplay between what science can explain and what remains mysterious creates a tension that continues to captivate visitors and researchers alike. Each architectural wonder seems deliberately designed to evoke awe, hinting that the builders intended not only to honor their gods but to leave a puzzle for future generations. Angkor Wat stands as both a monumental achievement and an enduring enigma, challenging us to consider how much of history, and human capability, has been lost to time. This temple is more than stone, it is a complex language of geometry, symbolism, and cosmic alignment that still speaks to those willing to listen, whispering secrets that science struggles to fully decode. While Angkor Wat stones stand eternal, the people who built them seem to have vanished almost as mysteriously as the secrets they left behind. The Khmer Empire was a thriving civilization, yet much about the daily lives, skills, and organization of its artisans remains shrouded in mystery. Historical records provide names of kings and rulers, but details about the laborers, engineers, and master craftsmen responsible for Angkor Wat are scarce. How did thousands of workers coordinate such an enormous project without the blueprints, machinery, and communication tools that modern construction relies upon? Archaeologists have uncovered evidence of highly organized labor systems, suggesting a society capable of managing vast human resources with remarkable efficiency. Workers lived in nearby settlements, likely rotating between temple construction and agricultural duties. But even with these findings, many questions persist. How did they transport massive sandstone blocks over long distances? How did they achieve the precise alignments that continue to baffle modern engineers? The techniques that allowed such feats seem lost to history, leaving only the stones themselves as evidence. Legends offer alternative explanations, proposing that the builders possessed secret knowledge passed down through hidden schools or were guided by celestial forces. Some stories describe a chosen class of master artisans with almost mystical abilities, capable of shaping and moving enormous stones with ease. Others claim that divine intervention or forgotten technologies played a role, suggesting that the construction of Angkor Wat was not merely human endeavor but a collaboration between mortals and forces beyond our understanding. The disappearance of these builders adds another layer to the enigma. As the empire declined, knowledge of their construction method seems to have vanished along with them. Whether due to political upheaval, environmental change, or deliberate secrecy, the expertise that created Angkor Wat was never fully recorded. Today, we can admire the temples, study their techniques, and theorize about their methods, but we remain without definitive answers. Understanding the lost builders of Angkor Wat is crucial because it highlights the human element behind the mystery. These were real people, skilled, dedicated, and remarkably inventive, yet their stories have faded into legend. By exploring who they were, how they lived, and what knowledge they possessed, we edge closer to unraveling one of history's greatest architectural enigmas. Their legacy endures in stone, a silent testament to ingenuity, skill, and secrets forever hidden within the walls of the temple. Angkor Wat is not only a monumental display of architectural skill but also a labyrinth of mysteries hidden within its walls. For centuries, explorers, monks, and archaeologists have whispered of concealed chambers, secret tunnels, and passageways that remain unexplored. Some of these spaces are small, tucked behind intricate bas-reliefs, while others are expansive, extending beneath the temple floors or into the surrounding earth. The existence of hidden areas raises questions about the purpose of these spaces and what secrets they may hold. Recent technological advances, particularly LiDAR scanning, have begun to reveal structures that were long obscured by dense jungle growth. Entire networks of buildings and causeways have emerged, suggesting that Angkor Wat was far larger and more complex than previously imagined. These discoveries challenge conventional archaeology and force us to reconsider our understanding of the Khmer Empire. Could some of these hidden chambers have been used for religious rituals, secretive governance, or storing knowledge forbidden to outsiders? The answers remain elusive, and every new find seems to deepen the mystery. Some legends speak of treasure hidden deep within the temple, guarded by curses or supernatural forces. Others claim that the passages were designed as escape routes for kings and priests, allowing them to vanish unnoticed in times of danger. Inscriptions and carvings occasionally hint at secret knowledge, encoded in symbols that may indicate hidden entrances or sacred sites. Yet, despite centuries of study, no definitive map exists, leaving much to speculation. The construction of secret chambers also demonstrates an understanding of advanced engineering. Walls and floors were reinforced to support additional weight, and intricate mechanisms may have been employed to create hidden doorways. Scholars struggle to explain how these sophisticated designs were executed without modern tools, reinforcing theories of lost techniques or esoteric guidance. Every unexplored corridor whispers of human ingenuity intertwined with the mystical. The tension between scientific analysis and legend makes these hidden areas particularly compelling. Archaeologists rely on evidence and methodical study, while folklore suggests that not all secrets are meant to be uncovered. This duality enhances the cinematic allure of Angkor Wat, drawing visitors and researchers into a narrative where fact and myth coexist. It is as if the temple itself was designed to protect its mysteries, offering glimpses of the unknown to those willing to look deeper. As we probe further into these concealed spaces, the line between reality and imagination blurs. Hidden chambers and secret passages are more than architectural curiosities, they are symbolic of the knowledge, power, and perhaps even mystical forces that shaped Angkor Wat. Each doorway we uncover, each tunnel revealed, invites us to question how much of the temple's history remains veiled, waiting for a future generation to decipher the enigmas embedded within its stones. The temple continues to guard its secrets, silently daring us to explore, understand, and perhaps never fully know the extent of its hidden wonders. Every corner of Angkor Wat is a tapestry of symbolism, where stone and story intertwine to convey messages that transcend time. The temple is covered in intricate bas-reliefs depicting mythological tales, celestial beings, and scenes from daily life, each carved with precision that suggests both artistic mastery and profound understanding of spiritual concepts. At first glance, these carvings appear purely decorative, yet closer study reveals layers of meaning, codes, and cosmic references that challenge conventional interpretation. Many scholars have attempted to decode the temple's iconography, suggesting that the carvings represent Hindu cosmology, moral lessons, or historical events. However, discrepancies in alignment, proportions, and hidden motifs hint at knowledge that may have been intentionally encoded. Some bas-reliefs depict figures and structures in unusual perspectives or with proportions that defy natural logic, leading researchers to wonder if they contain esoteric knowledge, advanced mathematical principles, or astronomical information that was deliberately concealed. Symbolism extends beyond visual artistry. The layout of Angkor Wat itself is a cosmic map, mirroring the Mount Meru of Hindu mythology, the center of the universe. The concentric galleries, towers, and moats align with cardinal points and celestial events, suggesting that the temple was more than a place of worship, it was a cosmological instrument. The intertwining of spiritual and astronomical knowledge raises questions about how much the Khmer understood of the universe and whether some of this knowledge has been lost over centuries. Legends and folklore enhance the sense of mystery. Some tales suggest that the carvings serve as a guide to hidden chambers or lost knowledge, while others claim that specific patterns encode warnings, prophecies, or instructions left by the temple's builders. The contrast between scientific interpretation and mystical speculation creates a tension that keeps historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts endlessly debating the true purpose of these symbols. The deeper we delve, the clearer it becomes that Angkor Wat's symbolism is not random. Each stone, each relief, and each alignment may have been carefully chosen to convey messages accessible only to those initiated into certain knowledge. It is a silent dialogue across centuries, challenging modern observers to decode its mysteries. The temple stands as a living testament to a civilization that not only valued artistry and religion but also understood the power of symbols to preserve knowledge, inspire awe, and leave questions that echo across time, blurring the line between history, science, and the mystical. Beyond the stones and carvings of Angkor Wat lies a realm of myth and legend that has captivated imaginations for centuries. Locals and travelers alike tell stories of divine architects, cursed chambers, and hidden powers that defy explanation. Some legends claim that the temples were built not by humans alone, but with the guidance of gods who imparted knowledge that no mortal could achieve unaided. These tales blur the boundary between history and myth, creating a narrative where science struggles to fully explain what people instinctively feel when they stand within the temple's walls. One persistent legend speaks of kings who could communicate directly with celestial beings, receiving instructions on the construction of temples, the placement of carvings, and even the movement of massive stones. Other stories hint at secret rituals performed within hidden chambers, where monks and priests accessed knowledge of the cosmos, longevity, or even the ability to manipulate natural forces. Travelers' accounts from centuries past mention strange lights, unexplained sounds, and shadows moving through corridors long after the sun had set, phenomena that have never been scientifically explained. Angkor Wat is also said to house curses for those who seek its secrets recklessly. Tales of explorers and treasure hunters who vanished or suffered misfortune reinforce the idea that certain knowledge was meant to remain hidden. These stories add a psychological layer to the temple's allure, emphasizing the tension between curiosity and caution, between discovery and the risk of uncovering forces beyond human comprehension. Legends often intersect with historical events, suggesting that some mystical stories may contain kernels of truth disguised as myth. For example, inscriptions and carvings hint at rituals that could have had both religious and practical significance, perhaps related to astronomy, water management, or societal organization. While modern science seeks concrete explanations, folklore reminds us that human perception and belief can influence how knowledge is recorded, preserved, and interpreted. These mystical narratives enrich the experience of Angkor Wat, inviting us to consider that the temple was designed not merely as a religious site, but as a vessel for wonder, awe, and mystery. They serve as a bridge between the measurable and the unknowable, between the tangible architecture and the unseen forces imagined by those who built it. In the interplay of legend and reality, Angkor Wat continues to guard its secrets, whispering timeless stories that challenge our understanding of history, faith, and the extraordinary capabilities of a civilization long gone. For centuries, much of Angkor Wat and its surrounding landscape remained hidden beneath dense jungle, leaving archaeologists and explorers to rely on painstaking excavation and limited historical records. But in recent decades, technology has transformed our understanding of this ancient civilization. One of the most revolutionary tools has been LiDAR, light detection and ranging, a laser scanning system capable of mapping terrain in extraordinary detail. When applied over Angkor and its surroundings, LiDAR revealed a vast network of temples, roads, canals, and settlements previously obscured by vegetation. The results were nothing short of astonishing, challenging long-held assumptions about the Khmer Empire's scale and sophistication. LiDAR data showed that Angkor Wat was not an isolated masterpiece, but part of an immense urban landscape spanning hundreds of square kilometers. Roads connecting temples, reservoirs managing water flow, and entirely hidden cities suggested a level of urban planning that rivals modern metropolises. The sheer scope of this civilization implies not only technical expertise but also advanced social organization, capable of coordinating massive labor forces and sustaining complex infrastructure. Scholars now wonder how much knowledge was required to achieve such feats, and how much has been lost over time. These discoveries also reignited debates over unexplained aspects of the temples themselves. Some hidden structures hinted at purposes beyond the religious or administrative. Certain alignments and architectural features, previously dismissed as coincidental, now appear to have been deliberate, possibly encoding astronomical data or spiritual knowledge. While science offers hypotheses about construction techniques, logistics, and engineering, these findings cannot fully explain why the Khmer chose such elaborate designs or what symbolic or mystical meanings they intended. Modern exploration has also uncovered smaller, enigmatic structures and artifacts that resist straightforward interpretation. Some appear ceremonial, others functional, but many defy categorization. The contrast between tangible evidence and the lingering unknown mirrors the ancient tension between recorded history and legend, reminding us that Angkor Wat is as much a puzzle as it is a monument. Every discovery raises new questions. Were these hidden cities home to specialized artisans, secret cults, or repositories of forbidden knowledge? Could some chambers still hold objects or inscriptions that have eluded modern eyes? Perhaps most striking is the realization that even with advanced technology, we have only scratched the surface of what Angkor Wat conceals. LiDAR has revealed vast networks, yet countless chambers and tunnels remain unexplored. Nature has reclaimed much of the surrounding terrain, hiding clues and preserving secrets. Each scan, excavation, or artifact adds another piece to a puzzle that seems designed to resist complete understanding. These modern revelations serve to heighten the tension between science and mystery. On one hand, archaeologists can now measure, map, and hypothesize with unprecedented precision. On the other, the scale, sophistication, and hidden elements of Angkor Wat suggest knowledge and intentions that continue to elude full explanation. The temple and its surrounding civilization challenge our assumptions about what ancient peoples could accomplish and remind us that some truths may remain forever just beyond reach. In the interplay of modern discovery and enduring mystery, Angkor Wat continues to captivate the imagination. It stands as a testament to human ingenuity, a monument to lost knowledge, and a labyrinth of secrets waiting to be understood. Every LiDAR revelation, every uncovered city or hidden passage, deepens the wonder, leaving us to ask not just how the Khmer built their empire, but why they chose to conceal so much of it from the world, preserving their greatest secrets for centuries to come. Despite centuries of study, Angkor Wat continues to provoke debate among historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts alike. Numerous theories have emerged to explain how the Khmer achieved such monumental construction with the limited technology available at the time. Mainstream scholars point to ingenious engineering methods, organized labor systems, and sophisticated knowledge of hydraulics and astronomy. Yet even these explanations often fail to fully account for the precision, scale, and complexity of the temples, leaving room for controversy and speculation. Some researchers propose that the Khmer employed lost technologies, techniques or tools that have since disappeared from human knowledge. The exact methods for quarrying, transporting, and placing massive stone blocks remain partially speculative, fueling theories that go beyond conventional history. How did they move stones weighing several tons over dozens of kilometers? How were perfectly straight galleries and towering spires achieved with such accuracy? These questions remain open, inviting both scientific inquiry and imaginative interpretation. Other theories veer into more unconventional territory. Fringe hypotheses suggest celestial guidance, advanced mathematics, or even extraterrestrial assistance, pointing to the temple's astronomical alignments and complex geometry. While mainstream academia largely rejects these ideas, they persist in popular culture, highlighting the tension between rational explanation and the desire to preserve mystery. The temple's enigmatic qualities make it fertile ground for both scholarly debate and legend-driven narratives. Controversy also arises in interpreting Angkor Wat's purpose. Was it solely a religious monument, a political statement, or a multidimensional hub of secret knowledge? Some inscriptions and carvings hint at hidden meanings, encoded symbolism, or esoteric teachings meant only for initiates. Archaeologists debate whether these were practical, spiritual, or deliberately concealed for posterity. The lack of written records documenting construction methods or the lives of the artisans only amplifies these uncertainties, ensuring that definitive answers remain elusive. Theories and controversies surrounding Angkor Wat remind us that history is not static, it evolves as new evidence and interpretations emerge. They highlight the contrast between empirical study and the imagination required to grapple with the temple's enduring mysteries. Whether through rigorous science, speculative theory, or mythic storytelling, every explanation offers insight while simultaneously raising new questions. Ultimately, the debates surrounding Angkor Wat underscore its power as both a human achievement and a historical enigma. The temple challenges assumptions about ancient civilizations, urging us to consider that the Khmer may have possessed knowledge, skills, or perspectives far ahead of their time. By examining the competing theories, we gain not only a deeper appreciation of their accomplishments but also an understanding of how mystery continues to shape our fascination with this extraordinary monument. As our journey through Angkor Wat comes to a close, one truth becomes undeniable: this temple remains one of history's most captivating enigmas. Despite centuries of study, technological advances, and countless theories, the full story of its creation, purpose, and hidden knowledge continues to elude us. Each stone, carving, and alignment speaks of a civilization that achieved extraordinary feats, yet left behind tantalizing gaps in understanding that invite speculation, wonder, and awe. The unanswered questions surrounding Angkor Wat are as compelling as the known facts. How were massive sandstone blocks quarried, transported, and positioned with near-perfect precision? What secret knowledge or techniques allowed the Khmer to achieve astronomical alignments and complex architectural feats? Why were certain chambers concealed, and what rituals or wisdom might have taken place within them? Every discovery, from hidden chambers revealed by LiDAR to enigmatic carvings, deepens the mystery rather than resolves it. Angkor Wat's allure lies not only in its physical grandeur but also in the tension between science and legend, fact and folklore. Modern archaeology provides explanations rooted in evidence, yet myths, stories, and mystical interpretations continue to captivate our imagination. Perhaps this was the intention of the temple's creators: to inspire awe, provoke questions, and ensure that their civilization's legacy endured not only through stone but through the enduring wonder it evokes. The temple challenges modern assumptions about human capability. It reminds us that ancient civilizations may have possessed knowledge, skills, or insights far beyond what is documented. Each unanswered mystery serves as a bridge across time, connecting us with the vision, creativity, and perhaps even the esoteric wisdom of a people long gone. The juxtaposition of empirical study with legend creates a cinematic tension, as if Angkor Wat itself is an eternal storyteller, revealing fragments of its secrets to those willing to look deeper. In the end, Angkor Wat is more than a historical site, it is a symbol of humanity's enduring curiosity and the mysteries that define our past. Its secrets, whether buried in hidden chambers, encoded in carvings, or whispered through legend, remind us that not all knowledge can be captured in books or measured by tools. Some truths remain elusive, preserved in stone, awaiting those who dare to seek them. Standing before its towers today, one cannot help but feel a connection to the unknown, a sense that the temple is watching, guiding, and challenging us to consider the vastness of what we do not yet understand. The mysteries of Angkor Wat endure, calling on each generation to explore, question, and marvel. Even as we uncover more, the temple retains its power to astonish, inspire, and remind us that the past often holds secrets that science has yet to fully explain. Its story is unfinished, a timeless enigma, whispering across centuries, daring humanity to uncover the truths it guards so carefully.